What's going on, guys? This is Dumb Orange 927 here, and here with me, guys, I have Dusk Thunder 9, and today we're going to be discussing why Star Wars Battlefront is on the verge of flopping, aka failing.
Well, it basically already has in some ways, like just by the fan base as a whole, because the game wasn't as well received as it was supposed to. There was just a lot of, I guess, issues that you could sort of make of the game. I guess if you want to start out, one of the main issues this game really has, and had and still has, is its lack of content. Like, the content in this game is just very lacking. It only has like 10 modes and stuff.
10 modes, a couple of maps, really all of them are on 4 planets. 4. But, key ideal is, yeah, basically there just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough modes, not enough maps. There was barely anything.
Yeah, there wasn't really much. All the guns, as much as some are better than others, most of them just feel very similar, not much that's different, I would say. Really the only thing that I feel like this game provides is just the Star Wars fan inside just really wants to relive the battles, but aside from that, there's not much, you know? And it's not even the fact that, like, they just didn't do it. They literally had the opportunity. It's not like they didn't have the material. You literally have 3 other movies that you could have made maps off of, plus episode 7.
Precisely. It's like you're trying to make this film where it's like, basically all you're doing is like creating a game where all you're doing is creating basically a museum. You're creating a museum. It's fun visiting all these locations and seeing how lifelike and real it is, but on the inside, like a real-life museum, it gets flat. Yeah,
after a while, it just gets a bit boring, and doesn't help that there's no campaign to this game because Star Wars campaigns are just so interesting. You know, even if the level design wasn't the best, at least the story arc of Star Wars campaigns are always really fun.
And like, I just don't know how that didn't really work. And not only that, it's just there's a lot of modes missing from previous Battlefront games. Space combat, Clone Wars, Galactic Conquest, and a proper actual campaign. As well as even minor things, like the Heroes vs. Villains mode in Battlefront EA is a complete joke compared to the one in like Battlefront 2, where you could have like a bunch of heroes and villains just face off each other, like 8 heroes versus 8 villains in this epic clash.
And like, don't get me wrong, the game is fun for a while. It is an enjoyable experience, but really, one of the main reasons it is so enjoyable, which is basically a double-edged sword, is because it's so easy. Like, I go in that game and get kills so easily. I can literally walk around and just killing a bunch of people. And really, they definitely destroyed the skill gap, even from the previous Battlefronts, which, yes, they weren't that hard. It's definitely, I would say, a lot less of a skill gap between, which was something some people did want, I guess I could say. And also, one more thing, the vehicle combat has changed in a lot of ways, you know, and the power-ups.
And that's the biggest thing. It's like, first off, the biggest problem with this game, aside from the content, is easily the skill gap compression. It's like, this game, no offense, holds your hand on almost everything you do. It's like, even the radar is a joke. Like, all these, like, big squares basically telling you, like, hey, go here, and you're not, like, you're basically not, like, going anywhere. You're just, like, you're just doing what the game is telling you to do.
Guys, in some ways, I feel like I do better in this game than even Call of Duty, because like, I just feel like I get more kills all the time. Like, I mean, even if the kill time is higher, but like, this game, I literally go around just shooting dudes. Like, look at this guy just running around like oblivious. Either everyone sucks in this game, or they just make it to the point where it's easier to play, because it's not that difficult. I haven't had a game where I, like, legitimately, like, just did horrible, you know? Like, maybe I didn't do the best, but, you know.
And it's like, and even with the scale gap compression, this game could have still been kind of fun, the same way how a game of, like, many like, I don't know, like a game of air hockey can sometimes be fun compared to, like, regular hockey. It can still somewhat be fun if it wasn't the fact that they effed it up with the power-up system. The power-up system in this game really isn't good at all.
Well, yeah, the power-ups are basically, I don't know if they're random, but they like show up in different places at different times, which is just stupid in some ways. Like everything, maybe the heroes being power-ups is okay, but okay, the vehicles, are you kidding me? That's pretty, it kind of pisses me off. Like, why can't you just jump in them and stuff, you know?
Well, and what's pitiful about it is the fact of this. Battlefront is a game with potential of multiple experiences. But the problem is all these multiple experiences are constrained. Like, I think it's fair to compare this to Battlefield 4 because it's published by the same people and made by the same people. Battlefield 4, you could choose whatever... Okay, Battlefield 4, it's not a perfect game by any means, but easily the bright spot about it is how you could choose to play it however way you want. You could choose to be an infantry, a vehicle operator, or an air specialist. You could be a sniper, a bomb guy. In Battlefield 4, you practically had the choice to be whatever you wanted. While in this game, you may say, hey, I want to, spend the whole match in a TIE fighter, but you may get that kind of experience sometimes. It's not your choice.
Yeah, like, they spawn randomly, random people can really pick it up. I mean, I guess technically you could sit there for 5 hours trying to learn the positions, but it's kind of impossible. I mean, even people that play it a lot have trouble doing it, and I don't know, I just think they kind of effed it up when it comes to this. It's really annoying, and it just, like, this game was supposed to be realistic, like, to the true original Star Wars universe, to the point where you would feel like a stormtrooper or a rebel in a battle, but how is picking up power-ups necessarily, like, that realistic? I would much rather have it where you see them on the map or something.
And, well, not only that, but yes, would I prefer it the Battlefield 4 system way? Yes, heck yes. But here's the thing. With this experience F-up, they really could have done it without F-ing it up in any way except the way they did it. Like, even if it was something like COD kill streaks, or even probably something I would have preferred right next to Battlefield 4's system is maybe almost like the rec system in Halo 5, where it's like you have a card, and it's like if you select that card, it'll spawn you in an ATSD or something. Like when you're on the main menu. I think...
Well, they already have cards in this game, so just have a vehicle card, where if you earn that vehicle, you can just use that, or... Okay, maybe not a hero card, because that's a bit OP, but like
really the only thing that should remain power-ups, or I wouldn't even say power-ups, but just something more difficult is hero tokens. But even then, it's like they could have done it in a different way besides power-ups. Maybe kill streaks, or at least like getting a lot of points in a short period of time.
And I know people could say, oh, what if too many people get it at once and there's like 6 heroes on the map. That is true, but if they're going to be power-ups, at least make it fair some of the times. Like, I don't know, do something.
Make it where the power-up spawns are at least predictable.
Yeah, predictable. Like, predictable spawns.
So that way, it's like if you're a skilled player, you can memorize where they are and then, get them. But that's the problem. The fact is, they make them random. Okay, I know I did have that new method upon gaining hero tokens about how I said they spawn by objectives, but that's really more of just a way to predict the randomness. It's not like they outright put it in one spot and only that spot, or even like maybe this spot or this spot. It's literally in some ways could be anywhere.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on that for the next Battlefront game. There has been confirmation for that, by the way, which I hope for, but for this game, really the main problems is obviously that basically the skill gap, the power-ups, and obviously the lack of content.
Well, it's like, and what's also really unfortunate about it, it's like how very much it's like all you're doing in there is just what Battlefront could have been was this huge experience of collections where it's like you could literally share your experiences across school and work and say, in Star Wars Battlefront, I did this as a Rebel soldier or Imperial, or I managed to do this sick A thing as like Boba Fett or something. You could do a lot more, but really thanks to the bad system, it just evolved to, hey, I may have gotten this power up and killed people with it.
And not just that, because this also has to do with the hero tokens, But like seriously, guys, you have to admit the hero tokens are basically just bullcrap in this game. Not like hero tokens, but the heroes in general. Because seriously, the only heroes or villains that people play as is either Luke, Vader, or Boba. Like the other ones, people play as for fun, but they're basically useless in the heart of battle. Well, most people just play as like Vader mostly, Luke mostly, and then Boba some of the time. You know, it's really, I don't see anyone really using much else. It's stupid.
Well, the key philosophy as well is that's the next thing. It's like, but I believe they do this because they realize how rare the power-ups are. So when they do that, they're going to choose the one they think is the most useful. So that's why if they didn't make it a power-up and instead something else, maybe like maybe even the card system. Like, I'd be honest, the rec system in Battlefront actually would be useful, at least for heroes, because then it's like you could have this card where you have a certain amount of cards for like Han Solo or Boba Fett or Darth Vader or such. And then, you know, when you choose that, you have a limited amount.
Well, that would work, except the fact that there would be more than one person with, like, the same card.
Well, and to counter this, you could have it where maybe only one person can use the card at a time. So it's like, you can't... So, like, let's just say you purchase a card while another person's playing at that hero. It won't transform you to a hero till that other person dies.
Yeah, or what they could do, which is just being freaking an actual better company, make more heroes for us to play. Make it so where we, instead of like having freaking 4 heroes, you Battlefront 2 had a crap load of people to play as. You had like Windu and stuff,
Obi-Wan, General Grievous, Darth Maul,
Luke and stuff. You literally had so many people to play as, and I understand this game is only the original trilogy, which is BS anyways.
But get like certain characters like, where's Chewbacca? Where's Grand Moff Tarkin? Where's Bossk? Bossk was pretty cool.
Yeah, get us more people to play as, because seriously, it's just to the point where like it gets a bit old, and if you did that, I'm pretty sure the rec card system would work, or at least the kill streak system. Because yeah, you know,
like overall, with this, they really could have done it any other way aside from the system they did, and that's really what screwed it up. If Battlefront had chose to try to make an actual full-fledged polished game rather than, you know, like rather than just making a game to appeal to casuals, then it would have succeeded. And the key ideal is that Battlefront in many ways is kind of the opposite of what like Fallout 4 was. Fallout 4 had its issues because while the game, it had trouble immersing yourself into it because, you know, dated graphics and stuff, but it had a rich world. Battlefront is the opposite. It's easy to immerse in it, but at the same time, the world itself is very flat. There's not much to it. And that's where the issue needs to be solved.
and even then, Fallout 4's graphics weren't actually bad. They were just
Dated.
They weren't as good. But yeah, like this game, like okay, there's more than just this, but the main thing that this game has going for it is pretty much just the graphics. Like aside from that, there isn't
Graphics
a whole
and
lot.
sound.
Graphics and sound, pretty much it, which all that really does is help you immerse yourself, which it is an immersion-filling game, and you will have fun playing it. Like, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm in the Star Wars universe and stuff, but, you know, after a while, you're really not going to have much else, I guess. It's just going to get boring. Like, watch here. I bet it's going to choose Vader. Exactly. I'm just saying, most people choose, like, 1 or 2 heroes. You know, it's, I don't know, they need to add more.
There needs to be more to the game, and I'm just saying it because it's like, and really, for a game you're trying to immerse yourself in Star Wars, they block the content what season passes.
Oh yeah, that's bull crap. Okay, seriously, dude. I hate the season pass in general, but if you're gonna do the season pass, at least have enough content to begin with, because they didn't even have enough content to begin with. There really wasn't. Like you didn't have much at all, and then you have to pay for it. The only free crap, at least, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, the only free crap we've gotten so far is the Jakku map. Aside from that, I don't...
Jakku and an extra Hoth and Endor map, but aside from that, that's it.
Yeah, aside from that, that's it. So, like, there really wasn't much free stuff that they gave us.
And aside from that, you could argue the new Hoth and Endor map aren't even real full-fledged content, because it's like, they're the same planets, same general idea, there's not much new to their theme.
To be honest, they probably had those already made and just like added them for like later for extra money or something. Oh wait, never mind, they're free. But they added them later just for, I don't know. But whatever. Like, I just bet that there wasn't much content, you know? It really wasn't.
If this game had more, it would have worked. It really would have.
And the multiplayer is pretty shallow. So if it was going to be shallow, I would at least appreciated a better campaign or side mode, because like there is some cool side modes. Like, it's fun to do those little missions that you get, but like, it's seriously, there's not much of them at all, and they're kind of boring. I really would have appreciated a campaign.
It really would have worked to the game's benefit. Like the experiences are there, and sometimes you'll get a really fun experience, like when you are in a lightsaber duel, or if you're Boba Fett trying to like nail down a type or like an X-Wing. When you go through these kind of experiences, then they're good. But the problem is you don't get them enough. There's not enough experiences in this game. Like, to this day, even when I play Battlefield 4, I can still find some experiences to experience with that game. There's still some things that you can do and go like, oh my gosh, that was freaking sick, bro.
Like, dude, seriously, like, the Jedi combat or hero-to-hero combat with lightsabers, like, every once in a while we get a cool, like, saber lock or something, but half of the time it's like banging two action figures together. Like, they run into each other and, like, whack each other. It's stupid.
Their lightsabers are like baseball bats.
Yeah. Another thing, okay, I know technically it'd be stupid if it made it one-hit kill, but seriously, like, they slice each other in half, and they don't die. Like, they really need to fix that combat system.
Well, the combat system is very poor, and unfortunately it just lacks any true... This game feels like it was just there to immerse you to prepare for the movie. It really didn't feel like a true game, in a way. That's the problem. It's like, it's cool, but it just doesn't feel like a real game. It just feels like a interactive movie, in a way.
Don't get me wrong, it's still fun, you know, every once in a while, but really, I bet the only reason anyone really bought this game and plays it to this day is just because it's Star Wars. Like, if this was anything else, let's be real, guys, probably not as many people would be playing it or bought it to begin with. Like, if it was just a regular military shooter, I doubt many people would have bought it.
And I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the new movie, this game would probably have a shorter lifespan than Timefall and Evolve. I'd be honest.
Yeah, probably. Like, it's really... Is it up on top 10 population?
Nope.
Yeah, it's not even on top 10 populations anymore.
This game's really just... In fact, it actually has less people online than Battlefield 4, which is kind of pitiful.
Yeah.
Like, the sad reality is... And there's no excuse like, oh, not many people heard of this or something, because it's Star Wars. There is no franchise in the fabric of reality... Not even Call of Duty would have had that much brand recognition.
Yeah, even Star Wars has more brand recognition than Call of Duty. And, like, dude, this game actually had a pretty good marketing campaign, so it's not the fact that no one really knew about it. It really has its ups and it has its downs, but it has more downs than it does ups, because, you know, there's just a lot of issues to this game. Like, as I said, really, the only thing it has going for it is just that it's Star Wars.
Like, I'll be honest, would I, in the end, recommend this game? If you're a massive Star Wars fan who doesn't really care that much and just wants to casually play it after school and work and just immerse themselves in the movies, then yeah, go ahead. Then the game will be fantastic for you. But if you're a hardcore gamer who expects a lot from their games in terms of replay value and stuff, then I'd be honest, I would pass this one up and wait till Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
You'll have way more fun with that.
Well, hopefully, but yeah. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much our opinions on it.
Like, that's the truth, because so many people keep asking me, like, which game would you rather own, Battlefront or, like, Hardline? And here's my answer. Just get Battlefield 4. Yeah. That's my answer. So, in the end, guys, that's really it with the video. Thanks for hearing our points. If you have any ideas of how to make Battlefront a better game, aside from what we stated, then feel free to post them in the comments below. We'll really appreciate it, guys. So yeah, we'll see you next time. This is Dumbo Orange 927.
And Dusk Under 9.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.